Hey, good morning, you guys. It's David and Fiona.
Good morning.
Fiona McKenzie and David McElwain. We're just Mackenzie Scottish?
It's Scottish. It's Scottish.
Yeah. And McElwain
Tough
is
Scottish. We don't cry, right?
No.
Haha. I'm making up for years and generations of the non-criers.
I was with a guy last night. Can I tell you the story?
Yeah.
I do a lot of work with guys in recovery, with in 12-step program, and I went to meet a guy before a meeting last night, and he was like, it's day one for him. You know, he's coming back, and it's day one. And I said, how you doing? He said, I can't stop crying. I said, great.
Beautiful.
I said, super. He said, no, it's not. And I said, yes, it is. He said, well, I don't even know what I'm crying about. I said, even better.
Exactly. It's not attached to the story, right?
And I said, you may be crying for, this may be karmic. Who knows?
Yeah.
Just, there's so much we don't know. Really?
I just got back from Guatemala. I was there on a training with ISTA. And I think one of the things that touched me the most was the men sharing and hearing the men cry and the men's stories. I just felt such deep compassion for their tears.
Yeah.
And it was really beautiful. Yeah.
So I have this picture of the men in Guatemala crying from a strong place, crying from a place of release and surrender, and not from a scared place or
Yeah, there's people from all over the world that attended this. And
what was it?
Institute, you have to remind me.
International School of Temple Arts.
International School of Temple Arts,
Damn.
ISTA. Yeah, and very powerful work. And the sharing with the men of what they were asking for was sisterhood. Like with all the changes that women are going through too, is not to be left out. Yeah.
Nice.
And that they want their own pain to be heard. Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah.
It happened.
And I went away, quite fearful of stepping into this, thinking it was going to be a big orgy. And it was
the thing you went to?
Yeah, the training that I went to. So it was 7 days, 60-hour week working with people, and I just felt like I got what I needed and what I wanted, and I really wanted to step more into my path, more into Tantra, step more into my own power, and balance the masculine feminine, and do some deeper healing. And I felt like I came away with some big shifts.
Got it all.
Yeah, like when I came home, I felt a little contraction, which is normal after being, all that opening and community. But now I'm feeling like just something different's percolating in me, and I like even this showing up. You asked me to be here is exciting, and I feel like, I don't know, feels like there's energy and momentum behind what I'm wanting to put out there in the world.
Well, my intuition is that you were wherever you were in Guatemala, the training that you're doing, the release you were having, the awareness you were growing into, has all been so that we can do what we're about to do.
Yeah, exactly, and all that I've been doing leading up to that as well.
We've been preparing for you.
Yeah, I've been preparing too. So I feel like a sense of, I've done a lot of false starts with things, like with my dance, stop and start energy, and now I feel like less fear and more excitement.
Nice.
Like a lot of excitement, that feels good.
Nice. Well, we need you to bring that. Kat is here and James is here, and they seem to be most of the time full of excitement. It's me that's scared to death.
That's beautiful.
And I go, what am I doing? This is, but it's happening. Some really cool stuff is happening. And our vision is to literally raise the vibration of the planet.
Yeah.
And we have a voice. We're, what's so cool right now, what we're doing, what you and I are doing right now, has the possibility to be seen by thousands of people.
That's exciting,
isn't it? There's never been a time when when we could have this voice, and like there is now. And
we have a voice, and it's funny. And driving over here, hi Jamie Gore, if you're watching this, I love you.
They're your sons?
No, girlfriend Jamie, the drum circle.
Okay, yes.
So she, Friday night drum circle.
Yeah.
I put a post out asking for support. I said, this is an edge for me to be here.
I talked on your post.
Yeah,
Did
thank
you see
you.
that?
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was reflecting driving over here, just like a few years ago, well, even I got into teaching yoga 20 years ago because I had fear of getting up in front of people. And I thought after 10 years, well, my God, it's still here. Why am I still so nervous? Why does my heart pound so much? Why is my mouth so dry? And I went away and did yoga nidra training, and we did a lot of dyads. And I decided to do the demo in front of 50 people, 50 women. And I decided to meet fear. And it was beautiful. Like, I mean, I said to the lady that I felt like I was going to die if I met it. She said, "Oh, that's common." But really, like, I was just shaking so much. And I think the thing that I realized is that, like, I'm nervous now, and that it's okay, and it's beautiful, and it's part of me, just like anxiety and depression and whatever label we want to put on it. But it's life. It's life. And someone said to me, nerves is just excitement without breath. And I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, take that big breath.
So important.
Yeah. And also just like our nervous systems, right? It's like, well, this is a new environment. And so the fight or flight, the old primal brain, it's like, am I going to get eaten for lunch? You know, maybe you're going to eat me for lunch, or maybe there's a mate here for me.
I'm not even going to touch that.
So it's just that's normal, right? To be nervous. No, I'm just joking, but that's where the nerves, like that old primal, So it's not so stifling anymore.
We have a lot of humor here, a lot of quite a live humor.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's important. That's why I decided to wear my tutu today.
Oh my gosh, can you show us? Oh, that is so cool.
My soon to be 13-year-old. He has the best birthday on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Seth and Finn, I love you guys.
And what did he say? Mom, couldn't you be normal?
Yeah, he said, "Can't you just be normal, Mom?" I said, "Well, you be you, Seth, and I'm going to be me."
That's right. This is normal.
That's what happens when you get older. You can,
you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, exactly.
The next 50 years are going to be really
I'm going to be
exciting.
that blue-haired lady dancing,
honestly,
anywhere and everywhere. I already am. So
isn't it great? Like I go to dance. I love ecstatic dance. I go to Kylie's. I go wherever I can go to dance. And lots of times I can be the oldest guy in the room, and I love to dance. And sometimes the kids are like looking at me, because they can't imagine their mom or their dad coming to dance, and so I like being that guy. And
isn't that sad that we feel like we should I think that's what happens is we stop dancing, like that we have this idea, like maybe we stop going to the bars and we stop dancing. And I mean, I dance on occasion with this lady. She's, I think, 82, and she's amazing, sexy, beautiful woman. And so I just signed up to be there's World Dance Day. I follow a group called the Liberators, and they inspired me a few years ago to get out there and do free hugs and stand there with a blindfold on and with your sign, "I trust you, do you trust me, let's hug."
Wow.
And I gazing Calgary Pride and dancing on the trains and stuff like that. So they're doing a World Dance Day, and there's all cities all over the world and countries, and this email came up a couple of days ago, and I was just like, yep. So I'm the host for Calgary, so I'm going to put out
What day is it?
It's April 13th.
Is that a Saturday or Sunday?
It is a Saturday, and I'm thinking like that we're going to meet down at Princess Island probably about 1 o'clock or 1:15, and it's $5, and then people get an hour of music and just to bring your device, and we're going to be dancing outside for an hour. So
we should do like a Saturday night dance here.
Then after more dancing.
Yeah, more dancing.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's keep that on the. Let's talk about
horizon.
that.
Okay.
Yes, April, like boom, it'll be here.
I know, and that's really my dream is dance. Like a few years ago, I went away to Costa Rica. I did a Kundalini training, but really we did a lot of dancing. And I came back, and I'm like, I have to dance. I have to find dance. And I tried to do dance at my yoga class, which failed miserably. And then I found the 5 rhythms and
Evangelos in the crew.
Yeah, and I just fell in love with it. Like it was like after years of trying to meditate and Vipassana meditation and actually really hating it. Sorry for Vipassana lovers, but I found my medicine in moving meditation.
Yes.
And I remember a lady saying to me that women are meant to flow. And it feels like with dance, I mean, I can quiet my mind, I can open my heart, I can have connections, I can set intentions, I can let go, I can empty, and then I can meditate, and then I can move into stillness. So that's really my passion, is to...
Do you dance at home in the morning?
I dance everywhere, all the time. I'm like, mostly outside, actually,
Yes.
and usually on the bike path.
Yeah.
I've got a special little spot in Inglewood that I'm not telling anyone. It's like my own stage.
Yes.
Yeah, dance there. Often there's deer. Yeah, so as much as I can outside.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's part of what I want to do, is like just create more dance.
So it's not you are doing this.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, and well, and in the spring, I want to do a dance in nature.
You are.
I am. Yeah. And for me, I think it's important. I don't want to just do dance.
I'm not going to just do dance.
Yeah, like I went out to Salt Spring Island this summer, and
You're going to, yes.
it was great to dance just with a DJ, and there's that's really awesome to do that, and I think it's value, and but I love a little bit of facilitation, like a little bit of intention setting, and just coming together, like see who's here, who showed up for us today, and
so when we do dance here on Sunday mornings,
Yeah.
and you're leading the dance part.
Yeah.
And when we talked last time, you I think when I talked about every Sunday, you said, well, that's going to be a lot. So we've talked to Lisa. Do you know Lisa Walker?
Yes.
And we talked to Lisa about some Sundays as well. So and Bonnie. Yeah, Bonnie. Do you know Bonnie?
I do know Bonnie. Yeah.
We love Bonnie.
Yeah,
We
she's
love them
great. They're
all.
all awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the pressure won't be on you.
Great. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a DJ. I'm not.
Well, I don't want you to DJ. I want you to do a
Yeah.
set that creates an ecstatic dance set, so people can
a journey. Yeah.
a journey set.
Yeah. And for me, I think part of
like that.
what I feel now is I feel more clear with my intention. Like I feel like I had to do a lot of that stop-start energy to now feel like, okay, now I have more of a vision. And yeah, so the name that comes to me, what I want to create and put out there, is Tantra Dance, and bring the two loves together. And so I would think I was doing it without knowing I was doing it. Like my yoga really was flowing into kind of a conscious dance, and both of them I was doing eye gazing, like whether I was doing dance or yoga, and eye gazing and dyads. And so I love both of those practices.
Nice. It's going to be, the place is going to be hot.
Very.
Very hot.
Yeah,
I
very.
love it.
Yeah.
I've been an Osho fan since the 90s, early 90s, and when I first started, I remember this wonderful lady that I married once, and she loved Osho, and she one day she got me to watch. He did a video on fuck. He did a fuck video. And
I've seen that.
Have you seen that video?
Hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. So deadpan.
It was the first time I ever saw Osho, and I was like, oh my God, this guy is so funny.
I know.
And then I learned that he wasn't actually a comedian, or he was.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And he was multifaceted. There's more there to him than just the comedian part. But he did make people laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
And I read his books, but he goes so deep into Tantra, because Tantra is a huge teaching.
It sure is.
Tantra is yes.
Yeah, it is.
And in the West, sometimes when we speak of Tantra, it's misconstrued to just be around sexuality.
Exactly. I think a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions, a lot of fear about it.
Yes.
Right.
But the truth is, if we don't have a yes there, we're not going to have a yes anywhere.
Right.
If we're all locked up.
It's the path that says yes, but yes to still what aligns for you and your path.
Yeah. Yes to your no if it's a no.
Right, exactly. Yes. And I think so many people come to it for many reasons.
Hi, Marilyn. We love you.
They come in curiosity, and I think a lot of people are very fearful. I was so scared the first time I went to Ravenna's.
Cuddle party?
No, to her tantra, to her puja.
Yeah.
Love you, Ravenna.
Yes, we'll tag her on this.
And a lot of fear, and then realizing I'm just sitting with a mere reflection, and just how beautiful it is to open my heart, and so I feel these kind of events are like a practice.
Yes, they're safe.
And also to realize that, I mean, we're creating a container together, safety, creating that safety, but also that safety within ourselves. And that's something that I think I've come to realize is that, my emotions are safe with me. And so to come to those kind of events, and whether it's dance or tantra or cuddle party.
So you've taken responsibility.
Yeah.
They're your
for my
emotions.
emotions. Yeah, exactly.
And nobody makes you feel.
That's right. Yeah.
He made me feel, bugger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were brought up in that, right? And I mean, I don't know if you were, but a lot of my conditioning was that somebody else was responsible for my feelings.
Right, or not to feel.
Or not to feel, yeah.
Yeah.
Hide.
Yeah, exactly.
Scared to feel.
So I feel like when I started teaching yoga, 18 years ago, I guess, or 20 years ago practicing, that there was only a handful of yoga studios at the time. And I kind of feel like conscious dance, tantra, cuddle parties, it's sort of in the same place. People are starting to bubble up and they're wanting to share. And I just think it's awesome. Like more of all this is a great thing. And I also feel like there's room for all of us. Like that we don't have to worry about treading on each other, or that there's not scarcity. There's room for us all, as long as we're being authentic.
Yeah. I think just talking about that, I think there's this huge crowd of 30 and 40 somethings and 50 somethings who want what you're talking about. And don't know where to find it, and don't know how to, to get associated, and want to be in a safe place to explore and to look at themselves and discover why they feel.
Exactly.
And don't want to go to the therapist and pay for an hour's talk.
No, and I think as beautiful as yoga is and how it's taken off, it somewhat keeps us in a box.
No pun intended, of course
right?
it does.
Yeah, on a yoga mat, and keeps us sort of in check and following, and so whereas dance and tantra and all that is expanding past that and opening more, and
I think we're going to do a lot of that here.
Yeah,
in this space, this is going to be that kind of, is it going to happen here? Yeah.
The big thing is how to reach people. I think for often
we
have
this audience.
This is great.
We have this audience.
Yeah.
We're getting like 50,000 viewing minutes a month.
Wow.
That's huge.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yay.
And so that means that a lot of people are watching, and that's going to grow.
Yeah, and people do want something more, and I think people are hungry for connection. Like, I just started doing sacred cuddles, and
oh gosh, we're going to spend a lot of time.
Yeah,
together.
we could. Yeah, right.
I could use some sacred cuddles.
We all could,
yes.
And so I massage seniors for a living, and I think these people are touch deprived, and I go around do mobile massage, but we're
Sweet.
All.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome
for doing that.
I've had people say to me, I feel loved.
Or even because you are loving them.
Yeah, I'm loving them. I'm not interested in really digging my elbows into somebody. Like, I'm interested in loving a person. Yeah, and so it's really beautiful to get to know someone and connect with them in that way. And so I was kind of a no at first to cuddle party, and then it just came in really quick. I was like, yeah, I'm a hell yes. And I'm well, I just woke up, I'm like, yeah, I'm yes. And I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So you're doing them.
I'm doing it. So I've done 2 sacred cuddles, and I've been worrying about, it's just going to be all men. Well, not that I'm really worried about that, but nice to have the balance. And it's been great. It's been really balanced. Yeah. And I'm just wanting to add my own flavor. So I'm doing some playful stuff and some laughter yoga and some improv and some movement and
all
meditation.
At the same time? Nice.
Yeah. All at the same time.
I have to come.
Dyads. Yeah.
Dyads.
Eye gazing.
We're asking the question.
We're asking questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then I think it breaks down the wall, because I think often we can scan the room and be like, well, I'm not attracted to anybody here. I don't really want to cuddle anybody here. But I think when we sit and really just see this person as another human being, all that melts away. Right? And then we're just connecting with another person. It's so beautiful. And to witness it, like to see people, their body language, being really rigid, really stiff, and really scared, and, the pheromones, and then afterwards just seeing them just soften and relax and drop in. And It's a beautiful thing.
Nice. You're doing lots of great stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to do more. I'm like, I want to get Freedom Seekers, the little group that I created. To get out and do like just more pop-up dance parties. Like when I see a group of people waiting for the bus and they all just looking so depressed or sad, or I want to like, let's liven this up. Let's dance here. Let's do some free hugs. And like I've actually like been out doing free hugs and had people say, oh, I can't give you a hug, I'm married. And I'm like, I'm just a hug. Like, and
I'm married.
And couples come to my events too, right? It's beautiful. We need other mirror reflections.
Yeah. I mean, that is funny because what does that mean?
Right?
Yeah. Okay. We hug people here all the time.
Great.
Like this is, sometimes all three of us will come out and hug a customer. And it melts them. This place is a melting station.
Good.
Yeah.
It sure does.
Is it a melting station? Yeah. And we had this wonderful woman come last Saturday, and she came in, and you know, she was kind of prancing around looking at everything, and we started talking to her, and you know, and it came out that she and her husband had just broken up, and that, you know, they were fighting, and there were all this kind of stuff, and the next thing, she's standing in the middle of the store, and the waterworks come, and we're holding her, and she just, you know, it was great. It was, you know, and then she came to meditation on Monday night, and she loves us, and we love her.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, we just loved her.
Yeah,
and,
right.
And Kat and myself were there with her, and we want to do more. You know, we're doing more of that.
You're doing more of that.
We're more available for that.
Yeah.
To help folks, and I mean, our vision, our mission is to lift the vibration of the planet.
Yeah.
One meditator at a time. What do you think of my little meditation stools?
Beautiful. Yeah. Could use a little bit of cushioning now. I've got a bony butt.
Well, I have. Look at these.
Perfect.
Those are exactly
Beautiful.
what those are. Yeah. And so it started out. Can I tell you? You know, I don't know. I mean, I really feel called. It's like you were saying, all these little starts, you know, until you finally found your space, and you finally, and I'd had a few of those, and mostly I was resistant. You know, I was like, you know, no. I Spirit was saying, you know, actually, David, you need to get at this. You know, and I was saying, not me. You know, I'm not ready. And hi, Belinda. Hey, if you're there, whoever's there, tell us where you're from and say hi. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have any questions for either one of us, please, you know, Fiona's here to, you know, send out love, and she's found a whole bunch of different ways to do that. So I'll just finish the story.
Yeah.
So I really was called. Like it got really strong, you know, and the grandmother. Do you know who the grandmother is? You know, like in the medicine.
Right.
And it was like, holy Toledo. Okay. You know, there was no way of saying no. As a matter of fact, I'd said no enough that I ended up, you know, living in the store. You know, financially it had fallen apart to such a degree that, you know, but the answer, it was so clear that I had to do what I believed in.
Yeah.
And which was to you know, carry a message, you know, to the world that meditation was important, and that, is that in our building? Did you ask him to? Thank you. That's Earl's playing with the sound system in the back. We have Amy Thiessen, Earl, James Earl. We have Amy Thiessen playing tonight, and so he can't resist.
It's exciting.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, this is what came out of it.
That's beautiful.
But I thought this was it, and this isn't it. This is
just a little seed.
This is part of it, yes. And so helping people create meditation spaces in their homes is cool. Because I think that awakening does take some discipline.
Yeah.
You know, there's some conscious effort, or some conscious. We have to be there.
Well, noticing patterns, that was a big thing when I went away too, was noticing our patterns. Like even as far as, you know, there's the daily patterns that we do. Like I'm like, okay, like when I go to the Y, am I always going to the same blocker. Just those little patterns. Then we can start to notice there are other patterns, there are other excuses why we're not going to the stool or what we're resisting. Right?
And these little guys, I mean, they're made from recycled teak. They're so cool. They're made in, in a little village in Java.
That's great.
But they're pre-programmed to call you in the morning.
Perfect. I think I've heard that before.
Did you hear me say that before? Yeah, it is. And I tell people all the time that they're actually transportation vehicles. Did you hear me say that before too? Because I think they are.
That's
they're
great.
in the fifth dimension, whatever.
Yeah. And leave it so you trip over it when you get out of bed.
Buzz Lightyear said infinity and beyond.
Yeah, right.
And so that's our part of our vision. But it's expanded into this thing. Like, I thought we were just going to kind of sell meditation stuff. And no, I'm really being called to talk to people about consciousness.
Yeah.
And use my years of struggle, if you will.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just thinking that, like, to me, that's the main thing is to use what we've gone through.
Yes.
I feel like that really strongly for myself. It's like my own suffering, like I was saying to Kat, like I never knew that sort of my own trauma would lead me to this path of healing.
Yes.
When I was in it, I was suffering so much, but now I'm like, wow, I mean, I feel a lot of gratitude.
So isn't suffering, related to resistance?
Yeah.
I mean, even though maybe at one time we didn't know where the call was coming from, and when I'm in pain, it's because I'm wanting my way.
Yeah, exactly.
And when I'm in bliss, it's because I'm connected and living, what I'll call God's vision, and however we see that, that connection that we have with spirit or universal intelligence or, and when I'm tuned in, it's like, it's sweet.
It's beautiful, and I think so much suffering can be just pointing outward, to the other person and staying the victim or whatever your story is, right? And we start to let go of that and see how we mutually created the suffering.
So we deal with that a lot in 12-step program, a lot, because usually the alcoholic or the addict is just so identified with a victim story.
Yeah.
Poor me.
Poor me.
Poor me. And then it's pour me another drink.
Yeah, right.
and it's like, and to bust the story sometimes is really hard because the attachment is so strong. And I'm sure I have still mine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we're just peeling back more and more layers of
honest
the
to
onion,
gosh.
right?
Yeah. When is it going to be over?
We'll be dead. I think that's the
and
thing.
maybe not.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, maybe not. So I'm open to moving into, to unconditional love, without the story.
One of the things I noticed with myself with healing, like maybe early on it was very, painful physically in the body, and now I'm feeling like so much more joy in my healing, like laughter, like even like when I was away in Guatemala, like actually laughing about my story. I'm like, wow, I never thought that would happen. Or
this was serious.
Yeah, this was supposed to be really serious, and I was really attached to my story and being a victim, and and now being able to laugh about it.
Don't you know what that bugger did to me?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, the same with me and my mom. And although I think that there's stuff I still can't see there.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm open to doing some more constellation work and some more going a little deeper with an insightful, aware woman, I think, because I think there's stuff I still can't see.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. Yeah, for sure. And we're ready. Like, I remember I did training with Richard Miller. He's a yoga nidra guy in the States, and he does stuff with vets who experience trauma. And he said, that they're like just the random thoughts going by. We can ignore those. Mostly they're just garbage, right? But it's the sticky ones that come back again. It's like to lean into them and to shine the corners or shine your flashlight into the dark spaces of the attic. So it's like when we're ready to kind of like lean more into those ones. And and I think it often does stem back to family of our origin, issues with primary parent.
Yeah.
often with our mother.
Yeah, God bless her.
God bless her. Yeah. And
Yeah. And then the other side, I mean, I look at my mom and I think my mom's prayers. You know, we had, in my family, there's 5 siblings, and we're all had drug and alcohol addiction problems. And 4, well, actually, often 5 of us are sober, you know, and living a spiritually based life and you know, in service.
that's great.
Yes. And
That's awesome.
and-
Breaking the cycle.
Yes, yeah, and I have kids that are also sober.
Yay.
Yes, you know, so we are. You know, I remember when I first realized that I, you know, had lost the choice around drugs and alcohol. That I had been, you know, I was totally in the story. That one of the things at the time that was like an impetus for me, you know, a starting point was that I wanted to break the cycle.
Yeah.
You know, and in my family, and my little daughter was 6 months old at the time when I woke up.
Yeah.
And you know, I've just been multiple awakenings since, but you know, but that was it. It was because at the time I didn't have I didn't hold myself in a very high place value wise, you know, but I could see the value of doing something for her.
Right.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's really like allowing ourselves just to feel. Because we numb out.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah.
With all kinds of things, and we
Yeah.
avoid the
Yeah.
pain, and that's why I really believe what the Buddha taught. Right. We suffer because we want things to change, or we want them to stay the same. It's pretty simple, really.
Yeah.
The impermanence part, right? And so I feel like I've stepped into family constellations a few years ago. Like I had a friend, Eiley Aurora. Hi, Eiley, love you.
I know I was.
She steered me she mentioned family constellations, and I didn't think too much of it. And then I finally,
Harp Island?
yeah, I finally went and did a session, and I had a lot of pain around my relationship with my mom for years and years, like just feeling like wanting her to be someone that she wasn't. Like I had a story that she was emotionally unavailable, and you know, that I was invisible, or that I couldn't reach her, and wanting her to show up in a different way than she was caused me so much pain. And then I went and did a constellation, and everything shifted.
Nice.
For me.
Is your mom still alive?
She is, yeah. She's going to be 86 in May. Both my parents still alive. Almost, they're giving their 60th wedding anniversary this June.
Wow.
It's amazing.
So now you can have an actual relationship with them.
Yeah, and I feel like just doing my work, things have shifted in my relationship with her, and I just don't feel that charge anymore. Like I feel such deep love and gratitude, and that I can really stepping into her footprints to see, you know, her trauma, what she went through. And I just feel, just
you can probably
gratitude.
See the humor too in some of her idiosyncrasies.
Oh yeah, for sure, exactly. Thank God for that, right?
You know, yeah. So
I think you just stripping back like deeper layers of grief, like the family constellation, like the entanglements, and seeing that, you know, your patterns of, you know, the addiction. You know, there's addiction in the family. Maybe there was some deep dark secret in the family that was never revealed, and so to reveal truths, or to see truths, to get the real true picture of what happened, to feel it in your body, sets you free and allows love to flow, and releases entanglements, and it's beautiful work. I mean, when I first saw it, I thought, I don't know if I can do this. Like, it looked like acting to me. I was like, I don't know if I have the ability to do this, and I like, it looked like role playing, and now I'm always like, I won't swear on here, but like, it's like, can I? What the fuck? Like, I mean, it's such amazing, powerful, incredible work.
I did one.
Yeah.
My buddy Bruce Hoffman. Do you know Bruce? Bruce is a physician here in town. He's an alternative physician. He's amazing, and he brought in Mark Wallen, and I got to be in the chair, and I had this imagining that Mark was going to do some work on my back, and you know, I had a complaint around something that was happening in my spine, and he said, well, this is your dad, Backbone is father.
Yeah.
And so let's do some work with that. And wow, and then the next thing I know, I'm in a constellation with my son in front of me, my dad behind me, and his dad behind him. And then it came, actually, the man behind my father is not his dad. And Mark said, well, what do you mean? Well, he's actually my stepdad, my step-grandfather. He said, well, where's your grandfather? I said, well, he's over here. And they had separated, you know, so, and he brought in both the grandfathers, right? And it was this amazing lineage that came up through, and you could just feel the energy in the room. It was, you know, it was an amazing thing that happened in our family.
Yeah.
And I had this idea that it goes back generational, like even the healing that happened there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
One of the exercises we did, so I've done a couple of couples date nights as well. And it's a fun event, you know, to come and connect and be playful and do just reconnect. So I think we just get so caught up in not seeing each other. And
so you were helping couples
I did a couples date night to hang out, to conscious connection and really see each other. And
you are so connected. You're
stepping
busy.
into a lot of stuff. And part of what I did, which is something that I experienced an exercise in, is standing across from each other and looking to your past and seeing that, you know, whatever percentage it is of your triggers that you're looking to the person you're standing in front of, your loved one, is actually coming from your lineage. It's coming from your past. It has nothing to do with this person in front of you.
At all.
So it's really, at all. So it's so beautiful to see that trigger, you know, and or whatever that's come from, of compassion. And also to stand in front of your loved one and envision their family, their parents and grandparents and behind them, and say, you know, I see where you came from, and I say yes to all of it. Because often we're just caught up in the, you know, whatever. New relationship energy or something, right? And we don't actually see all the trauma that we actually,
You're pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's awesome that you're doing this work in people's lives, and not only going and getting, well, isn't this true? Actually, that we give away what we need to get. In a way, we're lifted up on the healing. Our wings are filled by the healing of others, and
isn't it true?
Yeah, it's like a service. The kind of service you're doing is so essential.
Yeah, like I know, as I was going through a lot of hard times, a lot of trauma, I still would teach yoga every week, and I'd hear myself say whatever I would be saying to my students, and you know, I was needing to hear that too, and to help lift me up. And I just started in the fall volunteering to teach yoga at the Mustard Seed. And
you're amazing.
I was so happy they said yes to that. Yes. You know, to do something that I really love. Like I still have a deep passion for teaching.
Do they have a room?
Yes, and a couple of weeks nobody came, and I was like, maybe this isn't going to go. And the last couple of weeks I've had 5 people, and you know, and they're so incredibly grateful. And to hear, like I had a guy say to me, I feel better than when I do drugs. Like, you know, and again, like feeling, like telling me they feel loved.
What was the mustard seed?
For drop-in, for homeless people, yeah. So it's, and
it's so much more than that, too.
Yeah, people are living there. Like, so it's apartments, so they're being supported. And so I think it's so, like, it's for staff, too. I'd love to see staff come there.
So you were in the apartment building on 10th?
Exactly.
Okay, so not the building on 11th.
Right, just back behind it there. Yeah.
So people from the street level, if it can come in through, you know, they have literally a drop-in center where people can stay, but move through their channels and end up having a place of their own, and it's really a whole vehicle. And I'm speaking, not really knowing the whole story, but it's a place so that people can move into a new life, really, if they want to take advantage of all the.
Yeah, and I'm learning so much from these people, like being somebody that wants to really support people from my own experience, you know, that have gone through trauma, or that in trauma, to be holding space for people that are in it, and that actually connecting with their breath is bringing them a lot of anxiety. It's like, Wow, where I'm always like, oh, your breath is the home base, right? And it's the anchor, but for some people,
it's scary.
It's really scary to meet the breath there, and
because they've numbed out.
Yeah.
They don't want to be there.
Yeah, they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Or they had some big traumas,
Yeah.
right? And
for many of us, drugs and alcohol helped us. It was medicinal, so that we didn't have to feel.
Yeah.
And then yes, feeling's good.
So I'm learning how to do chair yoga. I've often wanted to do that, and it's kind of evolving that way because not everybody has mobility. So I'm just okay. Some people are on the ground, some people are in a chair, and I think it's what I think I've really been learning, like in the last couple of years, like less is more. Like with everything that I'm doing, like I think that is part of holding space is learning just like that. I don't have to do more. That people just need, it's to drop in, like to their nervous system, like more space, quiet, space in between.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to you coming and helping us with some of the dance.
I'm excited to.
Yes, and we were sharing earlier, it's going to be quite a bit more than just folks coming to do ecstatic dance. There's going to be a community sacred circle, there's going to be check-in, there's going to be some content. We do want to help us all to see our blind spots and to let go, to surrender our the stuff we're holding on to.
Yeah.
Stuff that we're trying to keep the same.
Exactly.
And so that's what's going to happen. It's not, it's going to be an awakening morning. We're calling it Sunday Morning and Awakening.
I like that name.
Yeah. Instead of, we were going to call it Sunday Morning Madness.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that name. Well, and when
that was a reflection of us.
Yeah. After Salt Spring Island, I was like, I wanted to create a dance church.
Yes.
And I know there's people.
This is it.
Yeah, that are doing dance on Sunday, like Ruth is awesome. And I still think there's room for everyone. And
Yes.
I'd love to create a space, and that's collaborating with you where families can also come. Where
this is going to be
children
open
can
to
come.
children.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
we're thinking that this room will be, if we have children that are need to be looked after a bit, some I won't call it supervision, I'll call it some coordination, some support, some attention.
Yeah.
Then it'll be in here, so we'll need a volunteer hopefully for that. And so children and families are welcome.
That's great.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, it's Sunday morning.
Yeah, exactly. And I love the idea of like having a circle and intention and connecting and all of that. Yeah.
And connection with spirit. You can bring the temple arts.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Call in our ancestors.
Yes. Yeah. All of that.
And
so I'm excited that you've done all this work to prepare for this.
I feel ready.
You are ready.
I was like, I want to cancel today. No, don't cancel. You're ready.
Oh.
I'm ready. Like
after you went public last night, you couldn't cancel.
Yeah, right.
I
exactly,
saw that
right.
piece that came up on my Facebook, and I thought, great.
I want to keep saying yes.
Yes.
Like I'm excited to.
You are saying yes.
Yeah.
Yes is you are yes. Yes is the magic word.
Yeah.
And so let's say yes together and bring message to the world. And the neat thing is that we don't have any idea of who we can reach and how what kind of a difference is possible.
And I keep hearing the word to be in the mystery. I keep hearing that over and over again.
Yes.
When I went to Guatemala, before Guatemala, people I'm connecting with, to be in the great mystery. And I feel we have no idea. And I think there's all kinds of different medicine out there, whether it's family constellations or Vipassana or Tantra or dance, or I like to combine them all.
Yes. Yeah. And plant medicine.
And plant medicine.
All of it. It's like these are amazing times that we're in, I think. And I think that we're evolving as a species. And what's really cool, too, that like a guy my age, when I was a kid, guys my age were done.
Right.
I'm just getting started.
That's how I feel, too.
Yes.
I feel like I'm so much more comfortable in my skin. I'm just getting started. Like in my 40s, 30s, whatever, I wouldn't have worn a tutu, and I wouldn't I wouldn't be dancing in co-op or on the bike path or wherever, right? So
you're letting go.
Yeah.
All that restrictive belief
So hopefully
system.
we can help each other.
Yeah.
All let go.
Yes. Yeah. You guys interested in letting go? Come let go with
Hopefully a
us.
big yes.
Yes. Have a yes.
Yeah.
Type yes
Yeah.
in today.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes, and so you can find this also on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. We'd love it if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bali and Beyond, Project Awakening. You can come and dance with us. We're going to start on the 10th, and can you do the 10th?
I have to look at my calendar, but probably, yeah.
Yes.
And April 13th for the World Dance Party, I'm going to be putting an event out for that.
Yeah, we're going to put that out a lot.
Yeah.
We'll support that event and make it happen.
Great.
Hopefully we'll have a little dance here on Saturday. One of the things I'm not wanting to do is compete with some of the other people on Fridays and Saturday nights. You know, people are doing stuff.
Yeah.
They're just, you know, like with Kylie and that kind of. I really want her. No, I don't want. I'm envisioning her space that she's committed to make this thing go be in a big success.
Yes,
And-
for sure.
and-
I was
and-
dancing there Monday night.
Were you?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and then she's got, you know, courageous. She's got courage to
She
step
sure
up
does.
and
Yeah.
do that. And
Yeah,
we
yeah.
love her, and we love her vision, and
Yeah.
and so you know, Sunday morning I think that, is kind of, there's not that many people doing that much, and I love dancing on Sunday morning and
yeah.
Connecting with people and being
Yeah.
in love.
Yeah, being in love.
Let's be in love.
And that's the thing, I think, is we can be in love, like on the dance floor or whatever the event is. Like somebody was asking me this morning about the cuddle party and or my sacred cuddles. And I just think that's what it's about. It's about falling in love. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get married, David. I'm sorry, but no, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's love,
But
unconditional love.
we're just loving. We're just open.
Without attachment.
Yeah, we're opening up to love.
Yeah.
Yeah, without attachment. And then we just leave it right there and hopefully expand more.
That's my bell ringing.
Yeah.
I love that. So, yes.
So can I say you can find me also?
Yes.
I've got a meetup, so it's Authentic Connections, YYC, or...
Authentic Connections YYC. We'll put we'll link it on
Okay.
here,
Yeah.
and that's one place they can find you. Where else?
Sacred Journeys.
Yes.
Is the Facebook. Fiona McKenzie, Freedom Seekers, or massage, seniorsmassage.ca.
Nice.
For my mobile massage. Yeah.
Wow. So Fiona's really busy, and it's all based in love
It is. Yeah.
and carrying a message of love to, you know, her. She has teenagers, 2 teenagers. No.
Almost. Not
Almost.
quite.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 on St. Patrick's Day. Best birthday ever.
Yes. and
And a 9-year-old.
a 9-year-old.
yeah,
So
2
probably
boys.
they're quite mature, though. They're both in school right now.
They're both in school right now, I hope.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are.
Unlike their mom when I was their age.
I know, we did that. Eh?
Right?
We skipped school all the time
Yes.
and did shit.
Exactly.
Kids don't do that anymore, do they?
I don't think so. Not as much. Well, not my kids anyway.
All right. So we love you guys, and thank you
Love
so much.
you.
And there's a way to support. Like if you like what we're doing, if you like the vision, go to our website, order one of these kits. You know, have a meditation kit. Have a meditation space in your home, and if you, we're also looking for some support around our marketing. So if you're kind of like, wow. You know, have some ideas around that, or if you want to come and be part of what we're doing here, come and see us. Talk to Kat, talk to James, talk to me, we have a huge vision. And there's going to be a lot of people involved. So be involved, get involved.
Thank you for asking me.
I'm so
and
glad.
Thank you for spreading all the love and like saying yes to your call.
Yes. Oh, I resisted like crazy.
Yeah, I hear you there. Me too. Me
but,
too.
But the resistance is
Comes
over.
a time when you can't resist
No,
anymore, right?
exactly.
And then all of a sudden there's this excitement. That's what I feel.
I think if I kept resisting, I would have been shuffling in the mall with all the old men.
Yeah, forget that. Far too young.
I know. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, I also just want to say just thank you for all my friends that I asked for support last night. So
She did, like tons of people.
So I really, really thank you. And just feeling the love and the support here, and also, thank you, David, feeling the love and support from you too to be
It's
here.
been fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
you.
that we're going to be friends.
Yeah, I think so.
We are now. Okay.
For
Can I
sure.
give you a hug?
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, you guys.